Aloha everyone, this is Julie from Hawaiian Beach Walk. I hope you're having a great day today. I just wanted to share with you a small 3x3 note card with you. I'm actually making 42 of these for a swap that I'm going to be doing, and I thought that this is a quick and fast little Christmas card that we can stick in with our presents that when we are giving out for this holiday season. So I just wanted to show you how I did this and just spend a little bit of time on this great stamp set called Merry Christmas to All. I know I've shown this, I think when I was getting my all my orders in, I was showing in the haul that I got, and it showed the stamp set. It really is versatile. I really do enjoy it. And so this time I used the Merry and the Christmas stamp there, also the little swirl here and these swirls. So what I have done is I have taken, and I'm going to show you on a different color piece of paper, but I wanted to show you this fast trick when you're making these cards for your cutting, okay? Because hey, we're all about trying to make this as fast and as simple as possible, right? Especially when we're doing Christmas and we're making a bunch of cards. All right, so I'm going to switch out here. I'm just going to use a color. This is the shaded spruce. But what I've done is I take my 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock and I cut this at 6 inches. That's my scoring blade. So I'm going to cut this at 6 inches. All right. So this piece here is a spare piece, a scrap, but I'll save that for another project. But then what I do is I go to the 3-inch mark here, and then I'm going to go ahead and score it before I cut my individual cards. And the reason why I'm going to do this is what happens is when I go to cut it, I'm going to be getting 3 cards out of this piece of paper because your stock is going to be 3 by 6. So now that I've already scored it down the middle, and now when I go to cut my 3 inches, I don't have to score each individual piece. I've already scored one line down. So when I cut this, the 3 pieces that I've cut are already scored for me. So this just kind of cuts a step for you, okay? So I wanted to share that with you now. This extra piece here, it's scored. And so this one is going to be 2 inches by 6 inches. So when you fold this, I thought, hey, you know what? This is going to be a great gift tag. So I can decorate this, punch a hole here, add some twine, and we're good to go as far as some gift tags. So I wanted to share that tip with you because I thought, hey, it helps in making this a quicker project. Like I said, I know at Christmas time we all have a lot to make, right? There's going to be a lot of gifts being shared, which is fantastic as we share the love of our Lord and His birth, and we share it with our family and friends. So what I wanted to show you, what I did here today, is I cut my designer series paper. And it started out like this. This is from the All Is Bright Christmas set. And so I cut these pieces 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. I like to have, it's about, so it'll be 1/8 of an inch on each side when I use that, because this is 3 by 3. And so I like to have a little bit more of a border. Some people may cut it only down 1/8 of an inch, but I prefer to cut it down 1/4 of an inch so I can get the 1/8 of an inch border on each side. Okay, so then what I did is I used my Merry stamp. I stamped that also in the shaded spruce. I stamped this swirly mark in cherry cobbler, and then I also took my dauber, and we had just done this in a class the other day, and it's such a great technique to help add some pop to your piece. So if you're not going to be putting another layer underneath it of a different color, what you can do is use your dauber, and then you can go around the edges like this and get this effect. So just put the dauber on your finger and just go like this. Now you'll see I have mine labeled. I keep mine in a little container, and so Oh, sorry about that loud noise. But anyway, so you'll see here for my daubers, I keep them in a container and they're all labeled for the colors. So you want to make sure you don't mix them up. Now, you can wash them, and that's actually what I used to do. I used to, after using them, I used to wash the daubers so I would be able to, go back and forth from different color to color. However, I found that I was having like lots of daubers sitting around my bathroom sink as they were drying and so forth. And I just found it easier this way. I have it stored in a container. It's all nice and neat. I make sure I don't mix the colors so you don't get any mishaps on your ink pads. And for me, this works out great. If I need a dauber, I just pull this out. So, and like I said, I think this really gives a great effect. Like I said, we did this on another project when I was teaching a class, and everyone really liked, like, wow, that really pops it, makes it a big difference. So that's what I did for the fronts. Okay, so then let's continue. And I won't be putting them all together this morning. As you can see, I have like 41 more here to do. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go ahead and glue this on the front. There we go. Okay. And there we go. It's that simple. Isn't that easy? And then I have these, the red rhinestones that I've got from Stampin' Up. And these are just really, really cute. So it comes in a package like this, inside this bag. And anyways, so I thought, you know what? That is going to be a fantastic little touch. So I'm going to get my tool, get out, put it right there, and there we go. Okay, so that's the outside. Now for the inside, so I have Mary here, and so what I chose to do on the inside, you'll see here, is just put Christmas here with this swirly mark. So that's what I'm going to do now. And this set is a polymer set, so I have it all attached to my blocks. And then we're going to get make sure everything is clear of all kinds of fuzzies, and so we don't have any mishaps here. So I'm using this shaded spruce, and I have to say I'm really loving this color. It's a beautiful, rich color, and it's really kind of funny too because I'm like not really a green person, but I have so many green stamp pads because, of course, green with nature, right? It's everywhere. And the colors are so beautiful that Stampin' Up! Does that it makes your projects just lovely. But now you know what I did? I just stamped that in the wrong color. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and clean my stamp and see how much I love that color. So I'm going to clean my stamp here on my scrubber. So one side you do wet, and then the other side you dry it off, okay? Very simple. So when you're crafting, I just kind of keep this to the side of me so I can just clean as I go along. Because it's so important that you don't mix your colors. Because otherwise you will end up with a mess of a stamp pad, and you don't want that to happen. Okay, so here we go. Now we're in the right color. And we're going to stamp that. I'm going to get my fingers out of the way. Okay. There you go, Christmas. Awesome. Love it. All right, and now I'm going to use the swirly mark in the corner. And this one I'm going to use in the shaded spruce. Okay. Also, too, when you're doing the polymer stamps, you can see as you're stamping it, or on this ink pad, how you can see when you're stamping it on the ink pad as it starts to feel, to make sure that you have ink everywhere. On the big stamps, if you have really big stamps, I put my stamp upside down and I take the ink pad to it. And that way also it seems to get just a much better coverage. All right, so I'm going to stamp this down. And there you go. And that's just a really quick and fast, easy card. Now also too, I wanted to share with you what I'm going to do in my swap, because we do have 3x3 Whisper White envelopes. See, this is a brand new package. I'm going to open up this baby, and I'm going to put an envelope with each one. Now, you can also make your own envelopes if you want, and you can use that with the envelope punch board. You could create, if you wanted, like maybe in a different color. You wanted an envelope in a different color, or you wanted it to be in the designer series paper, then you could make an envelope with the envelope punch board. But here you go. This is going to be my swap that I'm going to be giving out. And like I said, I think this is a fast, quick card, and you may not need to make 42 of them, but as you're making for your presents and your gifts, I mean, what a little special touch as they're opening it up and having a card. And if you want, then you can also write a very nice message to them also. Well, anyways, I hope you all have a great day. Aloha until next time. And you have a wonderful happy crafting experience. Alrighty, aloha.